Silver bullets? Who had the resources for those? Well, militia members discovered that Native Americans in the area were using pure silver bullets in their guns and in pieces of jewelry they wore. Everyone wanted to know where those bullets were coming from. When they found the answer, it led to the birth of a new town. We'll find out where it was next on Ghost Towns and More. During the 1860s in Tooele County, military troops were exploring the Rush Valley area in western Utah when they persuaded the Goshoot Indians to show them where they were getting their silver ore for bullets and trinkets. With dollar signs in their eyes, the soldiers followed the Indians to some crude mines in East Canyon on the western slopes of the Ophir Mountains. Many sites were prospected, and by 1870, a mining boom started with an organized mining district. One of the mining prospectors was familiar with the Bible, and the area reminded him of King Solomon's mines in the land of Ophir, so the name stuck. Soon there were rough shanties and tents as the town began to grow, complete with saloons, gambling and dance halls, a red light district, hotels, restaurants, and stores. Thousands more miners started pouring in. The air of excitement was non-stop as rich new ore strikes were found. The ore was shipped out of town up to the Great Salt Lake, where barges and boats floated the ore to a smelter in northern Utah. Profits were great, and the future never looked brighter. The Walker brothers in Salt Lake City were bankers and investors, and their agent in Ophir, Marcus Daly, purchased a mine for himself. It paid him so well that he was able to buy the Anaconda Mine in Butte, Montana, making him one of the world's top 2 wealthiest copper producers. By the 1870s, the town seemed here to stay. More buildings were erected with more supply and hardware stores keeping large inventories. More general stores opened, drugstores, schools, and theaters that gave everyone in town plenty to do as the population peaked at 6,000. There was very little gold being mined out of Ophir, with most of it being lead, silver, and zinc, totaling $13 million, and the small amounts of gold totaling a mere $329,000. The boom years, like most all mining towns, started to wind down by 1880. Many of the first settlers decided to pack up and move away, looking for better opportunities elsewhere. In just a short time, the population dwindled down to just 50. Some mines continued to plug away by the turn of the century, and by the mid-20th century, another 28 million in ores came out of Ophir, with only 212,000 of it being in gold. By 1918, Ophir still maintained some life with a post office, newspaper, and general store. A railroad had been built up to the town through the canyon. Up to 1970, the census reported just over 50 people in town. The town is situated close enough to other prominent cities in the county, and some residents just chose to stay on in Ophir as an out-of-the-way settlement unencumbered with heavy traffic. The nice thing about Ophir today is that, as a semi-ghost, there are some charming old buildings still standing as remnants of the former glory days of the town. The City Hall, built in 1870, is on the State Historic Register. The cemetery is just down the canyon from Ophir, up on the hill to the north, and is divided into two sections. The one on the east is sectioned off for the graves of former residents from long ago, while the western section is for those who passed more recently. The road up the canyon to Ophir is paved and has easy access by all vehicles and is a must-see for your travels when you are in the area.